Oh. Alright, so I made the curry chicken that I make. And it's chicken, kind of steam boiled, which I know is kind of a travesty or whatever. That's how I gotta make it. In I use a little water to make it, but it's frozen, so that adds water to it. But it's with today it was with butter and some olive oil, and I put salt, pepper on it. I put curry powder on it. I put cayenne pepper on it. I put some garlic in there, garlic salt, I think. And I can never remember if I have garlic salt or garlic powder. I think it's garlic salt. I put all that on the chicken. But since it's being boiled in water, it tends to really get at least a little bit in the chicken, kind of a little bit in the surface layers and stuff. And today I did something a little different. Usually I let it get boiled, like the water get boiled like all the way out of there. And so it usually turns out, the chicken turns out admittedly pretty dry. Drier than I would like, but it's still totally edible. Drier because I basically boiled the shit out of it. And then once all the water is away, because there's some of that margarine and oil, whether it's vegetable or olive oil, I can kind of fry it a little bit after that, and it creates a nice kind of searing on it. But I didn't do that today. Today, I cooked it until there was some of that water and seasoning mixture in there. And I also made rice. And before I made the chicken, I made a mixture of a whole bunch of chopped up vegetables. Now, there wasn't a whole mix in there. It was onions, green and red peppers, chopped up a bunch. I don't have teeth, so I had to, when I eat vegetables, I have to make them really soft. And so I steamed the crap out of those. I took that mixture and I threw it in the rice that I made. So I made the rice with salt and pepper and the margarine that I got. And so what I did is I spooned a good amount, but some of that leftover mixture stuff on top of this rice and vegetable stuff. And now that tastes really good, like the chicken. It's kind of tasty. Now I'm eating that with this. Let's see what this tastes like. Because it's all got a really nice, it looks really nice. And they all said, everybody says the first bite is with the eyes, so it looks really colorful and everything. And it's still warm. Rice is a little mushy. Because the stuff did not cook at kind of the right rates for everything. This is the first time I made this exact thing. So I didn't really know exactly when to put everything on. So the rice was like kind of done before the vegetables were even done. And I was putting the vegetables in with the rice. And I kind of, throughout the entire thing, I kind of changed exactly how I was doing it the like I changed up the procedure like 5 times from the initial planning of it. So it did not come out how I planned it at all, but I think it still came out pretty good, actually. Even though the rice is a little mushy, it could have been fluffier. But again, I had a rice maker at the other apartment. I don't have one here, which could be something I could buy and unbox and see how it works. And does it work good? I don't know. All rice makers basically work pretty decent. So. By now, it's pretty hard to make a rice maker that is shaped. You can probably buy one for like $10, and it'll make pretty good rice. It won't make a whole lot, but it'll make pretty good rice. I think if you spend like $40 or $50, you can make like a shitload of rice, like for a family of 4, and still have enough like that after everybody eats dinner, there'll be leftover stuff, which is good because you want, like, if you're feeding a family of 4, a rice maker is just an excellent thing to have because you can just plop it in there and be like, autopilot that motherfucker. I don't have to worry about it. It'll do it, and then I can do the things that I need to like spend my effort on as a mom, as a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, whatever. It's a new world. It's a new world, and as a man, I totally recommend staying at home. Because, stay at home, take care of kids, and hand the other stuff off to your wife. And just be like, when she gets home, just be like, honey, how was your day? Be like, oh, I sucked. And be like, I know. Look what I laid out for you. Oh my God, you're so sweet. And be like, I know I am. Do you know what I did today? And just make shit up. Make her feel like you actually put in some effort. Like you didn't do shit. Like, it's so great staying at home, not doing everything. I didn't do anything for like the entire fucking day. Like, I cleaned. I called the other parents. I set up this. You called the other parents and talked for an hour. Played some games. And then you just like prepped for dinner. You called her at work and be like, do you need anything? Blah, blah, blah. No? Okay. When you coming home? Okay. Make sure to have something for you. If you don't get home in time, don't worry, I'll keep it warm. Because, women, where were you today? I don't know about that, but man, they're solitary creatures. Oh, come home at 8, that's fine. There's a fridge. I put it away. You want me to heat it up for you? No? You got food? You got dinner? All right. That's fine. No, I'm just sitting here watching the high school football game. Do you need to massage your feet or anything? No? Really? All right. I'm just drinking a beer. You want one? No? All right. Kids? Oh, I think they're upstairs doing their homework or something. That's what they were doing last time I checked on them. Like, damn, you are super dad. You are the best wife I could ask for. Bringing home that bank. My own luxurious sugar mama. That's what you are. Oh. Do. Yeah, it's pretty good. Worst thing about making this, I have to say, worst fucking thing about making this is chopping up the vegetables. My back was screaming. I got done chopping up one of the green peppers. This has 2 green peppers, 2 red peppers, and an onion in it. I got done chopping up the first green pepper, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna finish doing this. My back is kicking, like straight fucking yelling out and being like, dude, if you keep doing this, I might have to kill you. And so yeah, I don't know how people in kitchens deal with that, but like I said, I have had lots of seizures in my life, and so I've taken a lot of my body has just taken a lot of punishment in like from my head, my spine, my back, all my muscles, everything. A lot more punishment than anybody who has not played any sports, any contact sports, or gotten in a fight and gotten the crap kicked out of them. Like, I have done nothing that justifies all this body damage other than having a bunch of seizures and falling down because I've had a seizure and smacking my head on curbs and shit like that. That is the only fucking thing. I got in a car accident once, but they said it was either a seizure or or I hit black ice. They couldn't figure out what was the cause, and I think one of the causes was probably that the car was a total piece of crap. Like, seriously, this car was it was ghetto when I bought it, but I did not take care of the car at all. And like, dude, I had to drive down from a place in, I think it was Saukville, Wisconsin, to a freeway exit on Good Hope Road, right? So that was a bunch of miles, and so I was on the freeway, and I did it in wintertime, and I swear, this is horrible. I swear, I would know where the freeway exit is, so I would know it's coming up in a mile. The car, seriously, by that point, seriously, it had technically it had brakes, but I'd be like, all right, it's coming up in a mile. I'm just letting off the gas. I'm letting it slow down naturally, like due to like physics and like nature and all that stuff. And like I'm just like staying in the lane, and like I would be working like I'd be working at like the second shift at a time when like, you know, there's not a whole lot of traffic, and I'd be coming down from Saukville and getting off on an exit that isn't really like the freeway wasn't really that populated in that area anyways. So it didn't. But even still, by the time I'd be getting off on that exit, I wouldn't be going slow enough to make the right hand turn safely during some weather conditions, like when it's snowing and shit. So I still have to hit the brakes and the pads or whatever. I'm not a car person, so I don't know what it is. When I use the brakes, it'd be like as I got slower and slower, the sound would get less. And I was just like, man, someday shit is just good. It's going to be a catastrophic failure. And like, I don't know what's going to happen, but like, this thing is going to like blow up or something. I was just like, I don't know when it's going to happen. Like, but good old America, I don't have the money to get it fixed. I don't have the money to get it looked at. Because they charge you. A lot of places are like, like, I need my brakes looked at. And they'll be like, an inspection. Inspection is whatever dollars. I'll be like, yeah. Can you do it for $350? It's not $350. It's $45. No, I mean $3. Like, it's not worth my time. If you get it fixed here, I'll waive the inspection fee. Yeah, because I'm asking you for an inspection for $3. I totally can pay to get it fucking repaired. That makes fucking sense. Like, dude, some of these guys at the shops, like, how can you fix a car and not understand the words that we're exchanging here, dude? Like, this is why we need a better society. It's like, I know we're strangers, but like, can you just do me a solid and make sure I don't die? Like, that's a better world, I think. Man, I don't have any time to make sure some fucking person doesn't die. Be like, all right, cool. Maybe you'll hear about me someday, and you'll be like, oh, that's all that guy wants. Now he's dead. All right, time to fucking go get lunch and not ever think about that again. But, you know, whatever. Not consider the possibility that, like, you know, if I'd accepted his offer to, like, just even just take a look, maybe like I had the pads or whatever here, and I could have, like, it would have been like a half-hour job, and we could have just given him the shit and fucking done it. Dude would be alive right now. Maybe it would have been like a fucking expensive and fucking totally fucked up job to do. It would have taken like 2 days and 6 hours a day. It was a fucked up car. It had gone through 2 people. Both of them did not treat it well. It is very possible that by that time, that was it was just a junker at that point. That it was a hopeless condition, and it would have been way more expensive to try and like get it into decent condition. It would have basically been I'll tow the car for free instead of you having to pay me to tow it to the junkyard and fucking crush it. But that's like the best deal I can give you. It's worth scrap metal, and that's it. Like, it is not worth shit at this point. You're lucky it's still running and you haven't died yet or killed somebody else. And quite frankly, I'm like this far away from calling the police and being like, that car should not be on the road. It is a fucking hazard. Frankly, even to me, and I'm right next to it. And if you don't get it off the road, I'm leaving right now. So I don't have to like be around it. Like, it could be that fucking far. I think I paid like $500 for it or something like that. Maybe less. Those were seriously the days when you could seriously like find like your first car and it was a beater. And you'd be like, you'd get someone to be like, I give you $300 for it. And they'll be like, all right, whatever. It's just like, dude. It's just like, you can't do that anymore because like if you could find one of those cars, you have to have insurance by law. And you call up an insurance company and like, will they even insure that? And even if you get one of those insurance things where you get like that lowest insurance possible. If you manage to buy a car for like $300, like, dude, 6 months a year, you've already paid more in fucking insurance than you have for the car. It's not worth fucking insuring unless you're like, well, I'm worried I'm gonna die or kill someone. So, I mean, I guess. It's just like, dude. That's why I say, like, dude, I say fucking insurance should be like every insurance should be public commons, public domain. And we do that too. There's no reason for pretty much every insurance to not be taken over by the state. The state can do every insurance better, more efficiently, cheaper, and not fuck people over. Every one of them. It's just Republicans. Republicans get in the way of anything getting better. They're like, oh no, the government is gonna do something. Yeah, the government can do everything better. You know why? There's one simple reason the government could do everything better. It's because it'll represent everybody. It'll represent everybody's interest better except for the people who have all of the money. the people who have 100,000 times more money and wealth than what they call working class people constantly shove lies into your face. The government is inefficient and everything. And what they also do is brilliant, by the way. They also make sure there are at least some government programs everywhere that are inefficient and wasteful and stuff. So they have an example that proves their point. And specifically, manufacture evidence that proves their bullshit concocted fallacy. Sorry, I have to eat before this gets too room temperature. Because somehow they need you to be on their side, but they somehow need you to believe that it's like believe in Trump and everybody like him. Oh, they're on your side. How can they possibly ever be on your side? How can someone who has no interest, no incentive to be on your side, be on your side? It's just, it is fundamentally illogical for that individual to be with you. That's why I say business is theft. All business is theft. It's fundamentally illogical for any business to give you a good deal. They have an incentive to lie to you and to rip you off. That's their incentive. That is their only incentive to make profit, right? So why would they sell you something at a good deal, i.e., what it costs them? That is the only price I want to pay. What it costs them. I don't give a fucking shit about I gotta make a living or anything. Come and suck my dick. That's my living. My living is getting a blowjob. So I don't want to hear about your fucking anything, because I'm living great right here. Just this. So hearing about your I got the this that you need, I just don't give a shit, I don't need any of your garbage telling me that I need whatever the fuck you got. Sell it to somebody else. Your bullshit is, it just, I don't even need it. Crap to morons, as far as I'm concerned. That's what you're selling. Sell your merch to somebody else, motherfucker. And when I was cooking, I was like talking to myself. I was saying this. Your friend asks you, make a run, go get a pizza. And he's like, all right, I go get one, come back with a pizza. And he's like, how much pizza? And like $18. He's like, really? Because I'm looking online, it says it's for 15. He's like, yeah. You're like, yeah, it was $18. He's like, really? Because it says 15. It says 15 right here. He's like, yeah, well, I gotta charge you for gas. I'm like, really? It was 2 blocks away. 2 blocks of gas. 2 blocks of gas is $3. You're shitting me. Yeah, just give me the money. It's $18. Charging you for going and getting it. And the gas. What are you talking about? No one does that. We're friends. We give you $15 for a $15 pizza. What are you doing? Like, you stayed here, I went and got it. It's value added. Value added? What the fuck? You know what I've been? My friends, this is bullshit. It costs $15. Hit $15. Fuck you. Hold on. I went and got the pizza. It's my pizza. Give me $18. All right. Hands him $20. Where's my $2 change? All right, here. Hands him $1. What the fuck? I guess tax. That son of a bitch. A minute later, the guy grabs a slice of pizza, and the other guy is like, "What the fuck you doing? You're eating part of that pizza. That's charging me more than the pizza fucking costs." And he's like, "Yeah, that's the eating tax." What the fuck is the eating tax? It's my pizza. How is there eating tax that you're charging on my fucking pizza? And I paid you more than the fucking pizza fucking costs. Hey man, don't blame me for the fucking rules. It's fucking capitalism. Alright? America. There you are. In a fucking nutshell. I have a lot of this rice and vegetables shit mixed over or left over. And I got more in the pot. It's 1 o'clock? What the fuck? Somehow it feels I've been lazy on my ebony duties. Am I stacking up marches and shit? Dude, fuck. it feels like much later than um, one. Oh shit! You know what? City buff. No, okay, I'm still good on that. Hey, you know what? Why don't I just use it? Read it here. I think it feels so much later because I made food and I made that food and I made food which required me to freaking chop up vegetables, which I just don't do. And I'm probably gonna have a messed up shit later on because my body's like, what are these foreign objects that the intestines don't understand how to like handle and deal with? Because the biome has like not, I don't have the right gut bacteria to like handle vegetables in the best way anymore. Like those construction workers, those union workers have by and large retired. And, you know, they haven't been replaced in the numbers that they kind of need to. The training program isn't really, you know, it's been cut. The budget has been cut. I'm mainly, the union is like, all right, we only need like carb and meat guys, so, you know, fuck these vegetable things. I guess there's just no work for them anymore. They need more carb and meat guys, though. And this sugar thing seems to be very, very popular, so we need all them. All them we can get. Shit. This being like locked in usually just go somewhere else, but I don't know. It seems to be coming down here now, so I mean, I don't know why. It shouldn't be going here, but it is. What's up? Must be some kind of error in accounting or some shit. I don't know. But it's coming fucking here now. So, yeah. We got specialists that can handle this shit. Alright, whatever. That's enough of that weird fucking divergent bullshit. Oh, man. I can't wear this fucking shirt anymore. I need to like lay down in front of my fan. Take a break from eating for just, you know, and take just a little time off from eating. I will come back to this in a minute. Maybe a half hour. So that's that. That's my food that I made. Sorry you don't get to see it, but you know, you can imagine what it would be like. I mean, it doesn't like, I don't know that it would look particularly appealing, but it tastes pretty good. And I gotta pack away. God, what the fuck is this? Did I poke myself somewhere? Oh! I did cut myself. I don't know how I cut myself on the thumb that I was using the fucking knife on. How is that possible to cut my thumb on the knife that I was using? I was using this hand to chop shit, and I was holding the knife. I don't think I ever switched the knife to this hand and like did something. So how did I do that? Maybe it's a paper cut or something. It's not like it's deep or anything. It's gonna be just annoying for like a day or a day and a half or something. I'm just gonna be like, what is that thing right there? Anyways. Tax the rich, decap the rich. Tax wealth, not work. And have yourself some boobs. Peace out.